Welcome back to the channel, guys. Real quick disclaimer. If this is your first time coming to the channel, I appreciate you coming through. If this is not your first time coming to the channel, thank you for coming back. Now, real quick, typically what I try to do on this channel is try to get the gist of what I'm trying to get at in the first 5 minutes, because I understand, everyone probably don't have time for a 20-something long minute video, which I do completely understand, okay? And so with that being said, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and my fellow toaster strudels back to A.K.A. what this is finna be about. In this particular episode, I was just in my ledger right here, writing some ideas down, what to cover for the next few weeks. And one thing in particular stuck out to me today that I said to myself, well, before the day is, let me go ahead and touch on it real quick, is essentially something I tweeted on Twitter in my socials, specifically Twitter, will be in the description box and or the comment section, just so y'all know that. Oh, and also I do post a question that again I would like for us to have a discussion. We possibly can, if you're interested. Usually, again, if I post it in the comment section or I put it in the description bar, or again, if you want to give me a Twitter, again my social will be down there. Anyhow, I posted something a few days ago about the subtle art of shutting the smooth clean the fuck ass up. And that it's not too late to learn and apply it. And this probably what's going to be the title of this video. And the reason why I want to cover this is because I'm pretty sure all of us, for the most part, can definitely recall on a certain point in our lives or in other people's lives that we can definitely tell that in that moment they definitely needed to apply said lesson. And to me, I feel like there are times where, again, it becomes kind of like that unspoken rule of when and where to apply it, or what is typically agreed with everyone else. And I'm gonna give y'all a quick example of what I'm talking about. Like, say for instance, like if you're on a road trip, right? And again, it might just depend on the company, but let's say, typically speaking, let's say you have four people in the car, or it's not. It doesn't have to necessarily be even a road trip, but for the sake of this example, let's just use that. If you're traveling with four people in total in the car, the thing is this: obviously you have a driver, and obviously you probably have someone who helps with the navigation, right? So you have two additional people who are in the back seat. Now here's the thing: typically speaking, we do all understand that you don't want backseat drivers. You want to make sure that, hey, the person's supposed to direct us towards which exit we need to exit on, which interstate we need to be on. Okay, when to go left, when to go right. Okay, let that person do their job. Everyone else just relax. But when you have someone present within the car that for some reason they can't, I don't know what it is specifically, but some reason they can't read the room and understand that that's almost on my glasses. They can't understand that in this moment you don't have to talk. You don't have to make a comment about any and everything that's going on around us. Now it's like, say if you're playing like a game or something to spend the time. Okay, that's one thing. But then let's not be afraid to just enjoy the silence for what for what it is. But if you feel like you have to comment on any and everything, do you not realize that everyone outside of you is just getting agitated? And somewhere in their souls, they just want to look at you and just say, hey, could you do me a favor right now? And please, just shut the fuck up right now. Just zip your mouth. And again, you're not trying to by all means be rude towards the individual or anything like that. You're not trying to be mean. But it's just like right now, you're just getting on people's nerves. And I understand that maybe your intentions are just trying to fill up the dead air. But again, don't be afraid of the silence. Don't be afraid to just enjoy the peace for the most part. Why are you afraid of it? And not just that. And in fact, I'm going to give y'all a quick example from my personal life in regards to a road trip before. And how certain things kind of spiral, they can be in the potential of being spiraled out. And this was let me think, what was it? If I remember correctly, it was during a if I remember correctly, I mm, okay, I think I got it in my head. So this was a few years ago that one of my father's nephews had gotten married, and they were having a wedding in Houston, Texas. And so obviously, us from being here in Mississippi, we were going to drive down there, spend maybe a day or two there, and then to come back. And the thing is, y'all, again, just to give y'all context. Again, if you're coming from one of my previous videos, you might have seen something I've alluded to about, my father and me and our relationship not being necessarily the typical father and son dynamic, which is not inherently bad, but it is what it is. Anyhow, because of this, he's someone that I would personally prefer to be in proximity for only so much. And so that's something I already knew going into the road trip was going to get on my nerves is have to be in this car with this man for several hours. And what I had to just make sure to understand is that okay, I know he's gonna annoy me. I know I was just gonna get agitated. I know almost like I'm some point I'm gonna get pissed off. So I'm already setting my mind up. I'm already putting myself in the mindset of okay, even if it gets you to that point where you want to put hands on him, relax. And funny enough, y'all, it was about towards the end of the trip, getting where we were supposed to go. That's where it got to, where it finally reached the, I'm about to say critical point. Because, you have the, what is it, like Alexis or Siri or whoever, give you the navigations on your phone. And for some reason, I don't know what made him feel as if he had to respond to everything she fucking said on the goddamn phone. And I'm like, can you just fucking relax? Just relax. And I want y'all to understand something. This whole time he is speaking, no one else, not even my mother, who's in the hold on, was it? Yeah, my mother in the front seat, not even saying nothing to him, and this was going on for a straight fucking about not let me say I'm not gonna say an hour, but about an hour. And I had enough of it. I just had enough of it. And I just told him, just relax. You don't have to commentary. You don't have to add commentary on top of this shit. We're almost to the hotel. That's what we're getting to. To the hotel. Just fucking relax. Ain't no way he told me, y'all. Again, I want you to remember, no one else besides him for about a fucking hour has said something. I'm the first motherfucker to say something. And the next thing he says to me is, Nelson, be quiet. And y'all, when I tell you, like I said before, this has been going on for several years, and you come from a previous videos where I've said that this man, by all means, both physically and mentally, is something I should have added. He's not in his best health within his physical and his mental and other things. But again, this video is not about him. But just give y'all context. And the thing is, again, it took a lot out of me to just restrain myself because I wanted to remind y'all we're still driving. I wanted to open the door while we're driving, get out of the car. I know my mother's gonna stop. Get him out of the car and beat his ass. And the funny thing enough is, and I want y'all to remember, my siblings, I have several siblings, and my niece, I have a niece, are in the car. When we finally get to the hotel and I get out, both my brother and my sister looked at me and said, they really thought I was really going to put my hands on them. And I told them, you have no fucking idea. It took me to restrain myself. You have no fucking idea. And see, y'all, though, now here gets to the point why I wanted to make this video in the first place. Because just imagine how many people have been in my position How many people have been in situations like that where again such such unneeded aggravation, such unneeded hardship or time just wasted or energy wasted when people can't read the room. And now I want to say this though. Now I understand mentally speaking, he's not sound like he used to be, right? So again, I'm not saying I cannot give him the benefit of the doubt. But at the same time, there's a difference between you being fully mentally incapable of such thought process. I can understand. But if you can still read and you can still write and you can still move both of your arms, move both of your legs, right? Then you should be capable enough, again, to understand and read the room or whatever space that you're in and recognize that right now I don't need to add any kind of commentary to this. It's like, say, for instance, like if you watch or if you listen to podcasts, or again, in fact, if I can find it, there's a particular podcast of or a particular episode of the TD podcast, aka the Technical Difficulties podcast, which was hosted by Mr. Textstorm, and I probably put his channel down there for you all guys, if you want to check him out in the description bar below, and or in the comment section. Anyhow, there was a particular episode that I had said on record that sometimes if you guys don't hear me reply or give certain commentary to certain articles or certain bits of news covering with the podcast, which was featuring, gaming and tech bits, just understand that I try my best not to necessarily have to waste time on something that's already been said well enough. You know what I mean? Like for instance, like if you're real quick, I'm gonna add this particular. I'm gonna add this one real quick, and I'm probably gonna end the video. And a great example I can think of right now is like, say, if you're teaching preschoolers addition, right? The thing is this: there's only so many ways you can explain 1 plus 1 to, let's say a 6-year-old that any rational human being would understand that you shouldn't have to go behind that individual to explain again what's 1 plus 1 to, again, let's say a 6-year-old. Now, do I understand as the math is getting more complicated? All right, that yes, maybe you do need someone to come behind and give a second take onto this. Sure. But there's certain things that should have to be said so many times by said individual. You shouldn't have to have a second, a third, or fourth person have to come behind you to break this down. You get what I'm saying? But overall, the best thing I ultimately want all you guys to take, if you can, is this: if you happen to be in a situation, because here's the thing, I want y'all to also take consideration is some of y'all might have been in my shoes before. In fact, some of y'all might have been in his shoes before, where you're not fully aware. You haven't stopped and thought in your mind. It has to come across your mind. Excuse me. That hey, maybe right now, me adding on this unnecessary commentary in this moment is not needed. Let me save my energy. Some of y'all might have been in situations like that. And so, again, something I would encourage y'all is, again, develop the techniques needed to master the art of shutting the smooth clean the fuck ass up. I promise you, it is not going to take away your livelihood. It is going to enrich your life by 1,000-fold. I put money on that. I put $1 and $1.50 on that. Okay? But anyhow, I want to end this with a particular question. For anyone who, let's say, may argue against me about this, by all means, I ask you why. Post in the comment section. Give me that Twitter. Let's have the discussion. Because again, I'm sure they're not always going to be right, but sure I'm not always going to be wrong. And I extend the same thing to y'all. And if there's any additional questions that come to mind, I'll probably again put either in the description box and or in the comment section. Anyhow, thank you for checking this video out. I look forward to engaging you guys whenever you want to get at me. Know that I'm here. And again, thank you for giving me some of your time and for me giving a bit of my time to y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.